He a coward. Every time he gets hit, even in the gym, he jumps out the ring like a little, and he does that shit all the time. He just acts like he's tough right now. To say some stupid ass game stuff, man. I don't know, you know.
The boxing world was recently smacked with something that no one could have predicted. Additionally, Rolly Romero's initial remarks in public following his observation of Ryan Garcia getting ready for Mario Barrios rocked the welterweight division. The man who stunned the world by defeating Ryan Garcia in Times Square last May, Rolando Romero, has now spoken out about what he truly believes will occur when King Ree enters the T-Mobile Arena on February 21st to compete for the WBC welterweight title.
You've said that 2 losses you're okay with. 3 you wouldn't. 3 seems like an ugly number for you.
Yeah, well, just like 3 losses, you know, it's like, fuck, that's like complete, like you're just a complete loser now. You know what I mean? Like 2 is like, damn, but 3's definitely complete loser. I don't like that 3rd loss, so I'm giving everything I got.
Biggest fight of your...
Fans immediately went crazy on social media, discussing if Rolly was throwing truth bombs or just attempting to stay relevant after his huge upset triumph because of how unvarnished, shocking, and brutally honest his remarks were. Because this is what the majority of people currently appear to be forgetting. Rolly Romero is not merely a random combatant speculating about Ryan Garcia. In addition to being the last man to truly share the ring with him, he is the only one who is aware of certain details about Ryan. According to those familiar with the matter, Rolly has been closely observing Ryan's public interviews and training camp films. He apparently shook his head in utter shock and laughed at what he saw.
He wants to be a fun, all in exciting fights in boxing, because I mean, he's not an exciting fighter. All he do is slap. So
what happens to him in the fight?
Oh, bro, he dies. He dies. Just like that, he dies.
Is it any extra personal?
Those close to Rolly claim that when he heard Ryan Garcia discuss being the best version of himself for the Barrios fight, he reacted by saying something like, "He said that before our fight, too." Take a look at the outcome. That response alone has ignited the boxing community because it gets right to the core of the most pressing queries surrounding Ryan Garcia at the moment. Is he a new and improved version of himself, or is he still the same fighter who mentally quit after being dropped in round 2? But first, before we discuss the most startling revelation Rolly Romero made regarding Ryan Garcia's current form, we need to go back and recognize the precise reason why this conflict between these 2 warriors is so intense and intimate. Ryan Garcia was a huge 7-1 favorite going into his fight with Rolly Romero in Times Square on May 2, 2025, and practically everyone in the boxing world thought he would win handily and set up the highly anticipated rematch with Dion Haney. Rather, it was one of the most spectacular upsets in modern boxing history, as Romero thoroughly destroyed Garcia's confidence for the next 10 rounds after downing him with a smashing left hook in round 2. Following the altercation, Ryan Garcia acknowledged that it had been a really strange evening. Simply didn't feel as though I had anything or that my feet were under me. After the year-long break, I was in a pretty bad place. Garcia went even farther in disclosing the agonizing reality of that camp, acknowledging that he felt absolutely flat going into the fight and that nothing clicked during his whole preparation period.
I really want that Rolly's rematch, bro. I can't let that, be what it is. Nah, I want to get that back. He has the title, so right now he got elevated. So, why not go for the world championship and get my look back?
Many boxing fans think that this was the most open and vulnerable Ryan Garcia has ever been in public. But Rolly Romero apparently had a completely different perspective on those justifications from the start. Romero responded bluntly and directly to Garcia's post-fight justifications, according to sources close to Rolly's camp, with Rolly allegedly telling his staff, "Every fighter has excuses after they lose. In actuality, I felt better that evening and will feel better the following time." This response demonstrates why Rolly Romero is currently one of the most intriguing figures in boxing. Because he won't accept any story that claims credit for what he did in Times Square that evening.
That really gets you going, that really irks you about him.
And he just fucking acts tough, that's all it is. Yeah, he's a fucking phony. He acts tough, he always acts tough when he with group of people, but when he by himself, he a bitch.
Now, fast forward to today, when Ryan Garcia is training under his father, Henry Garcia, in preparation for the biggest fight of his career, a matchup with WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios on February 21st. When it comes to Ryan's present condition, Henry Garcia has been quite vocal and bullish, telling the media, "This is the Ryan that people are going to see. It's flawless. He is acting just as we had hoped during the previous camp. Right now, he would defeat Raleigh." It is said that Rolando Romero was driven utterly insane by that particular statement, that Ryan would defeat Raleigh at this moment, and it sparked the startling opening remarks that are currently causing a lot of discussion and interest in the boxing world. Sources close to Raleigh's team believe that when he heard Henry Garcia say that Ryan was currently defeating him, Raleigh responded instantly and without hesitation, demonstrating that he had no regard for the notion that Ryan had changed all of a sudden.
So that means he's 21, I was 17, right? He going hard on me, right? Also, after I stopped his little brother, right? To claim that he's impressing my 15-year-old sister, he a fucking weirdo. That's how I'm leaving now. That's how. No. That's what I'm saying, right? He a fucking.
According to reports from those who were familiar with Rai's response, he said that something close to his dad had said the same things before we got into a fight, and Ryan entered and was dismissed. Speaking won't alter what has already occurred or what will occur in the future, because it immediately contradicts the entire narrative that Ryan Garcia and his staff have been attempting to construct around this Barrios training camp as some sort of epic comeback story. Raleigh's remark is noteworthy. Many boxing experts think Rolly Romero has a perfectly valid point, because Ryan Garcia's decision to change trainers and bring his father back hasn't eliminated worries about his preparedness and mindset. "It's hard to take Ryan seriously right now," respected trainer Greg Hackett told media outlets, casting major doubt on Ryan's preparation for the Barrios fight. In addition to boxing, he engages in many other activities. Prepare yourself if you plan to be a fighter.
At this point?
For sure, 100%. More stakes. Everything is just right on this world championship fight. I wouldn't want it any other way. It's either going to be my burial or my resurrection. One of them.
How do you see it playing out?
Me resurrected, brother. We winning. Come on now.
But in the ring, I mean, you think this is...
Hackett went one step further and pointed out that Ryan has been spending a lot of time with streamers and online content producers rather than working out hard in the gym as required for a world title bout. These worries are in line with what Raleigh. According to reports, Romero has been quietly telling those close to him that Ryan Garcia lacks the commitment and mentality necessary to compete at the top level of the welterweight class. When information of Raleigh's remarks began to circulate online among boxing circles, fans on social media went utterly crazy with heated debates, separating those who think history is set to repeat itself from those who think Ryan has actually changed. A fervent fan wrote, "Raleigh has already figured out Ryan's code. He is fully capable of mentally breaking him, and Ryan hasn't demonstrated that he has resolved those issues. Barrios might complete the task," Raleigh began.
Who do you got for the highly anticipated Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia?
I'm going with Garcia. I think Ryan's gonna get him with that classic shot that he's got. I think he's gonna get him.
Ryan was literally fighting with 2 damaged hands and coming off a year layoff with the wrong training camp, wrote another fan in a similarly vehement response. Everyone is aware that Ryan Garcia is a whole different animal when he is motivated and healthy. This fan division aptly illustrates why the Ryan. As the fight between Garcia and Mario Barrios approaches February 21st, the entire boxing community is genuinely excited and interested. But, music. What really intrigues me about Romero's remarks are the particulars he allegedly revealed about what he saw while watching Ryan's publicly accessible training video for the Barrios camp. According to people close to Romero's team, Raleigh closely examined a number of Ryan's training videos, and his evaluation was scathing and clinical in the manner that only someone who has truly felt Garcia's punches can be. Raleigh allegedly informed his squad, "He looks sharper than he did before our fight," according to those who heard his explanation of what he's seen. I will grant him that. However, doing well under pressure in a real bout and having excellent training footage are two altogether different things. In fact, Raleigh's statement regarding Ryan Garcia's preparation for the Barrios is among the most perceptive and clever things anyone has ever stated, struggle, because it pinpoints the precise query that no one can fully address until February 21st. Can Ryan Garcia, under extreme pressure with a world title on the line and everything on the line, use everything that seems excellent in training and truly turn it into a championship performance? When Mario Barrios interviewed DAZN, He answered this same topic by providing a surprisingly candid and courteous evaluation of his impending opponent despite being aware of all the issues surrounding Garcia's recent performance.
The other fights that you've had in your career?
I think, you know, I don't know, there's so much the ring sound like a boxing level. You know, he's definitely dangerous. He's definitely, you know, this and that. He's here for a reason. But definitely, you know, with the like presence he brings, you know, like the following and everything, it's still, you know, like I said, for me, it was still like the biggest fight that was on the team.
Barrios made it apparent that he is extremely unpredictable, explosive, and deadly. Garcia is extremely risky because you can never predict what kind of person you will encounter. This contest is so thrilling in part because of that. Since even the champion admits that Ryan's performance level varies greatly from bout to fight, many boxing watchers think that Barrios' appraisal genuinely validates Rolly Romero's main contention. However, this bout is unpredictable in both directions because, although Garcia could perform poorly again, as he did against Rolly, he could also appear as Devin Haney was dropped 3 times in the thrilling version. When Ryan Garcia spoke to the media about his preparations for Barrios, he directly addressed the Romero loss and made a very candid revelation about what went wrong that night in Times Square that garnered a lot of attention.
It was up to him there. So at the end of the day, you know, if he's about to get the worst one for him this time around, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, when I'm at my top of my game, in top condition, top form, I'm definitely worthy, for sure, 100%. You know, when I'm not.
Garcia freely admitted that Rolly camp was ultimately merely a challenging one to survive. Prior to that, I wasn't taking care of my body properly. Had a year-long layoff, of course, but that is now behind us. I feel like I'm in top shape now because I positioned my body to be in top form. This revelation is significant because it demonstrates that Ryan is aware of what went wrong against Riley and has been working especially to resolve those difficulties in order to get ready for the biggest battle of his career versus Barrios. The excitement and atmosphere during Ryan's current training camp, according to sources, are entirely different from the bland and fragmented planning that resulted in the Times Square catastrophe against Romero. According to one person with knowledge of the inner workings of the camp, this camp and the Raleigh camp are very different from one another. Ryan is bringing to work every day with a passion, enthusiasm, and dedication that his staff hasn't seen in years.
If somebody has a game plan for the hook, he's going to get beat.
Who wins? Barrios or Ryan Garcia?
I don't know. Ryan kind of turned me off with that Rolly fight.
Didn't you say something about where he was training? Because I mentioned it too, that he would look like...
But according to reports, Rolly Romero's camp strongly disputed this story, with Romero's close associates implying that Ryan's team is only providing the media with what they want to hear rather than what is truly taking place in the gym on a daily basis. Beyond the fight's ramifications for the championship, the back and forth between the two teams has produced an intriguing subplot that raises deeper issues of character, resiliency, and mental toughness. The most intriguing questions surrounding February 21st, according to many boxing insiders, are not whether Ryan Garcia can defeat, however. It is unclear if Mario Barrios has actually addressed the mental weakness that Rolly Romero brutally revealed in Times Square in May. Paulie Malignaggi, a renowned analyst and former champion, offered his opinion on the matter, stating what Ryan Garcia should do against Barrios to demonstrate that the Romero loss was genuinely an isolated incident.
Maybe not, but when I'm on top of my shit, I definitely am.
Do you think the best of him can beat the best of you?
No.
I mean, you're asking like a pretty, like, you know what he's gonna answer. That's like...
I'm getting there, Ryan.
Okay, my bad. I mean, what's he gonna say? Nah, he ain't gonna beat me, you know?
According to Malignaggi, Ryan must demonstrate that he doesn't withdraw into himself as he did against Rolly when things get difficult and uncomfortable during this battle. That's the only way to put an end to inquiries concerning his toughness and heart. This evaluation strikes right to the heart of what Romero has allegedly been saying in private, which is that changing trainers or discussing becoming more disciplined won't be enough to address the mental weakness he revealed in Ryan Garcia. Romero is said to have confidently told those close to him, "I know what I did to him mentally that night in Times Square." Scars like those don't simply vanish after a few productive training sessions with your father in charge. It is impossible to overestimate the psychological aspect of this whole situation because boxing is a mental sport in addition to a physical one. Furthermore, the world's top fighters are able to enter their opponents' minds before the first bell rings.
Like he's in the gym. He look like he's trimming down. He look like he's in shape now.
Definitely looking in shape.
Yeah, he definitely like he's getting smaller. He's trimming down. I was looking at his picture. I'm like, yeah, he like he's getting ready to fight. But what turned me off about Ryan was when I was watching him and Rolly, like ringside, it looked like Rolly froze him. Like after the second.
By making his first public remarks regarding Ryan Garcia and the Barrios fight, Rolly Romero has caused everyone watching, including Garcia, to question whether he will actually listen to what his former conqueror has to say. On February 21st at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, the boxing community will learn whether Ryan Garcia has really changed into the champion he has always thought he was, or if Rolly Romero's harsh evaluation proves to be entirely correct. There is now no doubt that Ryan Garcia is not receiving any recognition or respect from Rolando Romero for his efforts during this training camp, and given what transpired the last time these two were connected, he has every right to feel that way.
Do you feel that you haven't gotten the opportunity for that title shot that, let's say, Devin Haney has gotten, and I don't know, your career needs to catch up to get the opportunity that hasn't been given to you?
I started boxing when I was 17. I started boxing late. I started boxing 7 years ago. They've been boxing since they were kids. They were pro before me, all this stuff. So, I mean, there's no need to play catch up. Like I said, it's just with the process, you know?
The scene is prepared. The drama is genuine. 4 boxing fans who are eager to see all of these questions finally addressed inside the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, February 21st, cannot come soon enough. And for now, that's it. Stay tuned for the most up-to-date information on boxing news, events, moments, and activities by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Additionally, remember to enable notifications so you may be informed when we release high-quality content like this. Peace until the next time.